Hey guys, it's Pet Side Up, and let's be real, we're all obsessed with cat videos. Like, who needs therapy when you have a fluffy feline overlord judging your every move? But have you ever wondered what your cat is staring at when there's absolutely nothing there? Well, it turns out your feline friend might be sensing things you can't even imagine. Yeah, you heard me right. Those little fur balls lounging around your house, batting at dust bunnies like they're training for the Kitty Olympics, are basically tiny superheroes in disguise. They've got senses that would put Daredevil to shame. So buckle up, Buttercup, because today we're diving deep into the weird and wonderful world of your cat's superpowers. Get ready to have your mind blown, or at least mildly entertained for the next 10 minutes. Okay, so first up, we've got earthquakes. You might think it's just a myth or an old wives' tale, but there's actually some science behind it. You know how sometimes you get that weird feeling that something's off, like the earth is about to crack open and swallow you whole? That gut feeling that makes you uneasy, even if you can't quite put your finger on why. Well, your cat felt it first, like a week ago. I'm not even kidding. Cats have this uncanny ability to sense things that we humans are completely oblivious to. Cats are like the OG seismographs, except instead of needles and graphs, they've got twitching whiskers and that whole running around like a furry maniac thing they do. It's like they have a built-in alarm system that goes off way before we even realize something's up. Scientists think they can pick up on subtle changes in the Earth's magnetic field, which basically means your cat is a tiny furry seismologist. They might be detecting vibrations or even changes in the atmosphere that we can't perceive. Imagine your cat in a tiny lab coat, peering through a miniature microscope at a sample of catnip. It's a funny image, but it kind of makes sense when you think about how sensitive they are to their environment. Yes, I predict a 3.2 on the Richter scale, followed by a hairball of epic proportions. It's like they're little furry fortune tellers predicting the future with their quirky behaviors. But seriously, cats have been known to act super weird right before earthquakes, so if you see your cat suddenly channeling its inner Usain Bolt, it might be time to find some cover. Their sudden bursts of energy and frantic behavior could be their way of alerting you to impending danger. Or at least make sure your emergency kit is stocked with catnip. Priorities, people. After all, if your cat is going to predict the end of the world, the least you can do is make sure they're well prepared and entertained. Next up, let's talk about your cat's uncanny ability to read your emotions. We've all been there, right? You're having a total meltdown because you burned your toast, and suddenly your cat's rubbing against your leg, purring like a tiny motor. It's like they know exactly when you need a furry cuddle puddle. Or maybe they're just hoping you'll drop some of that Ben & Jerry's on the floor. Let's be real, cats are opportunistic little creatures. But seriously, studies have shown that cats can actually pick up on subtle changes in our voice, body language, and even our scent. So yeah, they totally know you're stressed out about that presentation at work. They're probably judging your outfit choice too. Don't even get me started on the judgmental stares. It's like they're thinking, really, Susan, Crocs with socks? Again? Speaking of judging, have you ever noticed how your cat seems to know when it's about to rain? Like, they'll be all curled up in a sunbeam, looking like a fluffy little angel, and then suddenly they're scrambling for cover, like the sky is falling. It's like they have a direct line to the National Weather Service or something. Maybe they're secretly running a feline weather channel on the dark web. This just in, Karen. Expect scattered showers of cat hair and a 100% chance of me judging your choice of umbrella. But in all seriousness, cats are thought to be able to sense changes in barometric pressure, which can indicate an approaching storm. So basically, your cat is a fluffy little meteorologist. Now, if only they could tell us if it's going to be a good hair day. Okay, get ready for this one, because it's about to get weird. Did you know that cats can sense electromagnetic fields? Yeah, like the invisible forces of nature that we puny humans can only dream of perceiving. It's like they have a sixth sense for all things electric. Maybe that's why they're so obsessed with rubbing on your laptop. They're just trying to tap into the digital world, man. Imagine your cat perched on top of your refrigerator, tiny lab goggles perched on its nose, whiskers twitching as it analyzes the electromagnetic waves emanating from your microwave. Fascinating, it muses. The humans are heating up their pathetically bland food again. But seriously, this electromagnetic sensitivity might be why cats are drawn to certain places in your house, like near electrical outlets or appliances. Or maybe they're just plotting to take over the world, one electrical outlet at a time. Who knows with these furry little enigmas? Okay, let's talk about pheromones. These fascinating chemical signals play a crucial role in the animal kingdom, and cats are no exception. No, not the cologne your creepy uncle wears. We're talking about natural biological signals that convey important information. Pheromones are basically chemical signals that animals use to communicate with each other. They can convey a variety of messages, from marking territory to signaling readiness to mate. And let me tell you, cats take this whole communication thing to a whole other level. They have a sophisticated system that involves multiple scent glands. They've got scent glands all over their bodies, on their cheeks, their paws, even their butts. These glands produce pheromones that are unique to each cat. Yeah, you read that right. But it's a bit funny, but it's also incredibly effective for communication. And they use these glands to leave their scent everywhere, like tiny, furry graffiti artists marking their territory. This behavior helps them establish a sense of ownership and familiarity in their environment. So that whole thing where your cat rubs its face on you, it's not just a sign of affection. It's not just because they love you, though I'm sure they do in their own way. They're actually marking you with their scent, basically saying, "You're mine now, human, deal with it." This marking behavior is a way for cats to create a familiar and comforting environment. By spreading their scent, they make their surroundings feel more like home. And that's not even the craziest part. Cats have an extraordinary ability to detect pheromones from other cats, even if those cats aren't physically present. Cats can also detect pheromones from other cats, even if those cats aren't physically present. This allows them to gather information about their feline neighbors without direct interaction. It's like they have a secret feline social network that we humans are completely oblivious to. This network helps them navigate their world, understand their place in it, and interact with other cats in a way that's almost invisible to us. Okay, let's get real for a second. We all know cats can be jerks, like world-class jerks. But sometimes those jerks surprise us. Like that time your cat refused to leave your side when you were homesick with the flu. You probably thought it was because they missed your constant attention and affection, right? Wrong. They were just waiting for you to die so they could eat your face. Okay, I'm kidding, mostly. But seriously, cats have an uncanny ability to sense when we're not feeling well. Scientists believe they can detect subtle changes in our body temperature, our scent, and even our behavior. So next time you're feeling under the weather, don't be surprised if your cat turns into Dr. Whiskers, offering you prescriptions and head boops. Just try not to think about what they might be planning if you don't get better soon. Okay guys, it's time to address the elephant in the room, or should I say the ghost in the attic. Cats have long been associated with the supernatural, from ancient Egyptian mythology to modern-day ghost stories. But what is it about these mysterious creatures that makes us think they can see beyond the veil? We've all heard the stories about cats being able to see ghosts. It's a common belief that cats have a special connection to the spiritual world. Some people even say that cats can act as guardians, protecting us from unseen forces. Some people think it's because they have a sixth sense that allows them to perceive things beyond our limited human perception. This sixth sense is often attributed to their heightened senses of sight, hearing, and smell, which are far superior to our own. Others think it's because they're just really good at catching dust bunnies. After all, cats are natural hunters, and their keen senses make them excellent at detecting even the smallest movements. And then there's the theory that they're just messing with us, because, well, they're cats, and they enjoy watching us squirm. Cats are known for their playful and sometimes mischievous behavior, so it's not too far-fetched to think they might be having a little fun at our expense. Personally, I'm not sure what to believe. There are so many theories and stories out there, and it's hard to know which ones to take seriously. But one thing is for sure, cats have a way of making us question what we think we know about the world. But I will say this, I've seen my cat stare intently at absolutely nothing for extended periods of time. It's as if they're seeing something that I can't, something just beyond the edge of my perception. And I'm not talking about your average, everyday cat staring at a wall kind of thing. This is different. This is next level staring. The kind of staring that makes you feel like there's something more going on, something you can't quite put your finger on. The kind of staring that makes you wonder if maybe, just maybe, there's something there that you're not seeing. It's enough to give you chills, especially when it happens in the middle of the night. So, do cats see ghosts? Who knows? It's one of those mysteries that may never be fully explained. But it's fun to speculate and imagine what our feline friends might be seeing. But if you ever catch your cat having a staring contest with thin air, maybe just back away slowly and pretend you didn't see anything. After all, it's better to be safe than sorry, right? You know, just to be safe. And who knows, maybe your cat is just trying to protect you from something you can't see. Or maybe they're just being a cat. Either way, it's always an adventure with our feline companions. So, there you have it, folks. 7 incredible senses that prove your cat is basically a tiny furry superhero, or supervillain, depending on how much you value your furniture. But hey, at least now you know that when your cat is staring intently at the wall, it's not just plotting your demise, probably. It might be saving you from an earthquake, diagnosing your illness, or communicating with the spirit world. If you enjoyed learning about your cat's superpowers, don't forget to click the video on the screen to continue watching more awesome content. And remember, your cat might be watching you, or something else entirely.